cheat to get out of level range, like, put it into something that doesn't make your character god. Like, put it into something you don't use. Like your magic, because you don't have any spells or something. At least that way you're a higher level and he can't reach you anymore. Do you have any souls left or no?
I might.
This is fucking stupid, and I'm tired of doing this. We're literally going to get invaded by this kid every single time we play, and he's going to kill us. Because apparently, for some reason, between the two of us, we literally can't beat one player. Which is not to say it's your fault, it's just aggravating. God, invaders are literal scum. There's no excuse to get into another player's world and ruin their good time. You're a piece of shit. You cannot fucking argue against it. I have one I can drop you, and I also have 999 arrows I can give you if you want to do a full set. I died, though, and all my enemies are back alive, so I have to work my way back down to you, so hopefully you don't get fucking invaded in time. If you have a homeward bone, you could reset. I don't know if you have any, though.
I mean, I'm at the bonfire since I died.
Oh, it did resend you all the way back? Okay, shit. Yeah. Okay, do you have any humanities? Are you going to be able to fix that?
Yeah, I'm reversing hollowing now. Let's see. Yeah, I got Soul of a Brave Warrior. Oops.
My sign's down. If you want to summon Meteor World, I can give you all my arrows to do the full set. Unless I didn't know. I have 999.
I also have 999. I think
you
I
must
bought
have bought
some.
them. Good, cool. Sorry for getting upset and raising my voice. I wasn't trying to be a jerk. Yeah, dude. If you're like uncool with like cheating, put it into a stat you know doesn't apply to you. Don't do resistance though, because that will make you more resistant to damage, and that is kind of like cheating. This will put you out of that kid's level range, and he shouldn't be able to reach you anymore. I have a soul like that I can drop for you if you want to do this one more time, if this doesn't work. It should, but when it comes to invasions, it's a range. It's like from level something to something, like around your level. Like X amount below and X amount above you can invade. So like, you should be out of his range after this, because it should be a significant enough bump. But if by some unfortunate chance you're still in his range, I'll give you another and you can do it again.
So that put me at level 201.
Yeah. If you were at 170 before, he shouldn't reach you anymore. It's roughly like 15 above, 15 below. Okay. I am sorry. But let's get it going. We got it.
You ever like drink soda like a bunch at once and like your chest and arms hurt?
No.
Oh, maybe I'm dying.
No. I mean, I won't say you're dying, but we can recognize what you did as unhealthy, but the reason I don't is because I don't really drink soda anymore.
I drink it with alcohol.
I don't even drink it like that. I do drink beer, so it's not like I don't drink unhealthy things. I don't drink soda anymore because a ways back, like, As a part of my diet thing, I told myself I would stop drinking carbs and calories. Like, I'm already eating a ton of carbs and calories, and all the shit that I'm having, like, I can drink water that has nothing in it. Why am I putting more carbs and calories in my body through a drink? It's so easy to do, too, because it doesn't feel like you're filling your stomach. You're just taking in a liquid. So, I cut that shit out. And now I still have some things here and there, but, like, majority of my intake is, like, water and, like, zero everything energy drinks, you know?
Yeah. I ordered Caitlin a bunch of that ghost stuff. They had like a bundle on their website that you could order.
Did you, like, buy the canned stuff or, like, the powders, or what'd you get?
It was like the powders. It was like one of the energy ones, a fat burner, a protein one.
Even if she, like, I don't know your guys' personal life, but even if she isn't a very active person, just taking the fat burner daily will have an impact, because it, like, it just helps you metabolize your shit better. It, like, really adjusts. It's really nice.
She's like trying to start going to the gym, but keeps like procrastinating it. So I'm hoping that me spending a lot of money on it will like kind of be like, okay, now I feel like I have to go.
There's that as a possibility. It'll say it on the container, so when she reads it, I'm sure she'll have enough sense to be an adult. Like, not that she's an idiot, just I'm not saying you have to tell her, but on the containers, like, they all say to, like, take them every day, even if you don't work out. So, like, if she does that consistently, like, she'll start seeing differences even not going to the gym, and that will probably motivate her to go to the gym, because she's going to be like, I'm losing weight and I'm not doing anything. Like, what happens if I start doing something? Like, it'll fall off, sis. The energy ones are so good, though.
I've only had the canned one. It was like a Sour Patch Kids one.
It was the blue one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had just about every flavor so far. I've got 2 in my fridge I haven't eaten, or drank, I should say. And the 2 flavors I haven't tried are creamsicle and Swedish fish. But the other ones are all really damn good. And the citrus one, it tastes like an off-brand one. You know, like you would get like at like Publix or like Piggly Wiggly or something.
Mm-hmm.
But the citrus one is just like Mountain Dew. Like, it's an off-brand Mountain Dew. It's really good. I was surprised. I was like, yo, like, if you like Mountain Dew but don't want to drink Mountain Dew, like, that's the one right there for you. We can go that way, but we're not going to.
I was just seeing if there's like an item right there.
It is the way that we do have to go, but we're not taking it yet. Gotta go this way first.
Oh, hidden guy. I don't know.
Lots of hidden guys. What stat did you buff up to move your level?
Intelligence.
That was intelligent. Okay. Guy's a little tough. He's not, like, invincible or anything, but, like, take him seriously.
I'm gonna deck you in the schnoz.
He said, you sure? He said, I'm a Beyblade! Meryl! Okay, he's dead. Homie, I honestly feel like a Kage. What does this say? Be wary of enemy. Is it going to bring an elevator with an enemy on it? Perhaps. Are they going to live for longer than 5 seconds? No. Get off my elevator.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, I'll do it.
No, I kicked him off.
Oh no.
Okay, hang on. I smell and am stupid. You must forgive. There we go. Okay. Excuse me, goodness. Sorry. I need to get down there. So I am going to rest at my bonfire and walk down there. It'll probably take me a second, so I'll hang out if you'd like.
Do you want me to meet you by that tougher guy's room, or?
No. I'm not worried about him. Not really worried about anything in this area. The two greatest stats to increase when you cheat are your health and resistance. Your health for obvious reasons, like let me have more hit points. And your resistance, literally, like without any armor involved in the equation, just as it sounds like, it increases how much you resist damage from every type. So like I always stack those heavy every time I do a cheat playthrough. So then like I can get everything else, and I can just eat a lot of damage like fighting. Like I can mostly not even block and just two-hand and like mow through things. But if there is a dangerous enemy, if I play it and take it seriously like I would if it was like not a cheat playthrough, it has no chance. Kerchop. It's annoying that guy kept getting those really shitty and stupid backstabs because, like, if the game didn't have those, I would have killed him. Like, I'm nerfed in your world, but not nearly as much as I used to be. And, like, when he was hitting me, he was doing, like, bits and pieces of damage. And, oh, I just killed myself. Hell yeah, brother. That is something that'll happen regardless of your level. Sometimes you'll just roll off a cliff and die. Whoopsie. That's okay. I was on a thin platform and a sorcerer shot a bolt at me and I tried to dodge through it to be like neat, and instead I just dodged slightly angled and I fell off.
These games are really good about humbling you really quick. Like the
really
very
is, though.
second you get cocky, it's like, nope. It's like it knows.
It really is. It really is, though. In my defense, no amount of leveling up will keep you from dying from a death trap, but, you know, I was being pretty arrogant with my, like, behavior in the moment, so I shouldn't have done that. I should have not tried to dodge and just block the shot. Retrieval. Fucking asshole little bitch. Hands. Hands, hands, hands. Y'all get hands. Get it. I'm that Tuffy McWeird guy who doesn't have arms but has a thing tied to his head that he swings around like a Beyblade.
Nice.
Come on, Smelly. He tried to poke me with his big stick on his back. Interesting tactic, Holmes.
What y'all got planned for the day?
Probably a lot of relaxation.
It's a good way to spend the day.
I don't know. We haven't really planned anything, and I'm not against anything, but I'm also not against doing nothing. You fuck with me, you gonna end up like Hagoromo's, bro. Alright, kindle this and make sure it's like Liddy.
That junk is kindled.
Give me a sec, I'm gonna kindle mine way up too. Can it be done twice, 3 times, or just twice? What's this one looking? It could be 3 times. I'll take 20 Estus Flask. Alright. My sign is down in this room.
Sweet.
This is really dark, and I'm using the sunlight maggot to light the area up again, because it's hard to see. Morning, Amber. Okay, our path is this way, and I believe we go this way. Bad.
There's a lot of rat out there.
Yeah, I don't have great memory of where exactly we're going, but I'm sure we'll get there. There's not going to be like an infinite number of places. There's a spellcaster, that's a problem. They're all dead over here, okay. Okay, so this was like a little dead end pocket as we came down the hill. Maybe we're supposed to go to the right here? Yeah, it must be, because there's like an icon indicating to go this way. Okay, so those are bad. I remember this. Those are humanities, and you don't want to let them get close because they explode when they do, I believe. Or no, they're just they like do like these like AoE type attacks. I'll see if I can't kill some though. Spellcasting slot. Dude, you're a fucking bitch. I gotta drink Estus. just touching them hurts. It's really annoying. And our weapons have like an attack type that don't like to hit them directly for some reason. You might have better luck with that one, actually. Okay, good. These are all gone. Let me heal myself up. I'm real fucked up from that. Alright. Alright, I believe we're just about there.
See the fog door.
Yeah. So annoying.
Two for one.
All right. So this is if you remember in the very beginning of the game series of this game, they did the intro sequence. They explained like all the soul powers that came from the first flame and how Gwyn like gave them out. But then like they mentioned that the furtive pygmy found the dark soul, and that was the one that gave way to the race of man. You may have like forgotten that detail, but it was explained and expressed. At one point, there was a like brief image of a tiny little man kneeled over in front of that great first flame, and he held a tiny little dark soul in his hands, and like that dark soul like corrupted him, and there's a whole thing to it. But he, like the first man, became what we're about to fight.
Okay. That sounds ominous. Ouchies. He got big.
Man, this father of the abyss. Alright, I'm here. I'm gonna help you. Good dodge. Got aggro, I'm moving in. He like swung behind him. That's bad, watch yourself.
Ouch. Yeah. Soul of Manus.
You defeated Manus, the father of the abyss, the heart of the darkness. The thing that's at the heart of what happened in New Londo when it was taken by everything. Okay, we don't need to, and I'm not concerned with beating that in my world. Like, obviously, like, you know, like, we were doing a lot of the back and forth for XP, but you're strong enough and we're good enough and we're finished enough, you know? So, at this point, do you have a bonfire near you? Is there one down there?
Yeah.
Warp and go to... Where is it? Why can't I find it? Oh, no. Okay, fine. Firelink Shrine, that's what it is that we'll go to, okay?
Okay.
Did you ever restore your Firelink Shrine fire?
No.
You should do that. I'll tell you where to go and do it, how to do it. If you killed what's-his-name, you'll be able to do it, because you got it without realizing it. Are you at Firelink?
Not yet. Who's the chick laying here?
I don't know. I think it's Dusk. Is that the woman?
It looks like her.
Yeah, it must be her.
I'm going to level up.
You'll be able to do that at Firelink if you're worried about it.
Warp, Firelink, okay. I am at Firelink.
Okay, run down the stairs next to the tree as if you were going down to the, like, New Londo ruins. But don't go down the second set. And then, like, stop at the cave and then, like, interact with the little, like, jail cell where the dead woman is.
Return Firekeeper Soul.
Yep.
That you have agreed, Link. I thank you. Finally. The undead will be iron powers. Please.
Can I reinforce Estus Flask?
Yep. If you have the stuff for it.
I do not.
Forgive me. I am impure. Please, leave me.
Alright. When you're back at the bonfire, you can go up to where that serpent thing was, and then jump in the hole and go down there. That's where we're going.
Was that the final boss for the DLC?
Yep, that was it. We're done with that DLC. You fight your way into Ulasil through the Sanctuary Garden. You fight Artorias, who's been corrupted by the Abyss, and you learn the truth. And then you fight the one who corrupted him, the father of the Abyss, Manus.
So now we're about to fight the final boss.
Of the game, yes.
Oh, tits. Firelink Altar.
Alright, feel free to up that, feel free to up the bonfire here, because this is the one that we respawn at, the Lord Vessel. Like, if you want to kindle it or try to get up, make sure you have 20 Estus.
Yeah, I have 20 and won't let me do anything to it.
Alright, then after that, start heading down the stairs. And when you see that you can use your, like, summon sign, like, stop, and that's where mine will be.
Oh, there's a dude walking across. Who are you?
They're ghosts.
Oh, this is creepy.
They're the souls of the Silver Knights that followed Gwyn to the First Flame.
Kiln of the First Flame. Imminent tears.
There's a lot of, like, story-related, nostalgic, important stuff related to this boss fight. I'm not going to explain it right now, but I'm going to, like, let you know to keep an eye on, like, 2 things. And then way later in our game sessions, I'm going to mention and remind you of what I said and see if it clicks, because, like, there's a whole thing. It's really neat. It's neat what they did. It's one of those things where you may not notice unless I bring it up, so I'll kind of, like, I'll put your eyes on it and make you pay attention to it, you know?
This is really interesting because, this, like, I don't know what the word is, like, deserted looking area looks just like the final area of Demon Souls.
Demon Souls probably has an extremely similar like concept plot. I just don't know where they connect. This is where the first flame is. This is where Gwyn, Lord of Cinder, came and offered his soul to the flame to keep it burning. And like the absorption of his like soul into the flame, like he himself like giving his soul into it caused an enormous burst of fire, and like that's why a lot of this looks burned and like winded, like shit's blown past it, because like that was what his soul did to it. That's how powerful
Gwyn, the
homie
final
is.
boss.
Yes, Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder. He gave his soul, and in the game, and in the universe of Dark Souls, right? If you lose your soul, or you wander around without a goal like too long, like you just let yourself like go hollow, and you lose your soul, or like you don't have your soul anymore, you'll go hollow and you'll become a mindless zombie killing machine, basically. Like you're not necessarily like a literal zombie in the sense that you eat brains, but you're just not all there. You're nothing. You're more of a shell, just a combative, reactive body, like with all of the experiences and things that you learned in life, but no real mind driving it forward. Just a warrior, a fighter. That's what a majority of things that we fight in this place, in this universe, are like popular, famous, or like important like individuals from the game's like history and like story gone hollow. Like, and you're doing it to strengthen yourself, to offer yourself to the flame.
I just got the Black Knight Greatsword.
The one these guys carry?
Yeah.
My favorite, man. So good.
What was that? Did you see that?
Yeah, you floored him.
You like laid
I
flat
think-
for a second?
Yeah, yeah, if you go that way, I think you get the armor set, the Black Knight armor set.
I see an item here.
I think it's the Black Knight armor set.
Yeah.
Wonder if it weighs more than yours, or if it's worse or better.
Well, now I'm wondering, because mine is leveled all the way up, so... Well, up to 5. It is
And you might as well
worse.
just keep that on.
That's worse. The gloves might be better, though.
The weights obviously won't change. That's the main thing you'd have to keep an eye on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as good. I'm sure it is if I leveled it up, but...
No worries then, big dog. Watch your step up in. Hep, hep. Hep, hep.
Are the stories in 2 and 3 related to this one at all? Or are they like
Yeah.
kind of...
No, they're related. And they're related in a way, and it's why I wanted to do the DLC for this one, because I remember Dark Souls 2's plot is actually, like, super tied to this one. Dark Souls 2's. Dark Souls 3 has a lot tied to this one as well, but not as closely or directly.
That one took a lot more hits.
Alright, 2 things, right? He's not going to last too long. We're going to beat him pretty fast, right? I should say 3 things. When you beat him, your game's going into New Game Plus. You can't prevent it. It is what it is. You've beaten essentially everybody that you can beat, except one optional boss you never went back for. But, like, I'm just going to send you pictures of that character and talk to you later on about it. It's not that big a deal. 2, pay attention to this boss's moves. Try to learn his moves as we fight. It's going to be quick, so you may not get a great chance to, but like try to get an idea of like how he attacks, the way he attacks, the moves he does. And then 3, listen to the music. If you have a headset on, turn your in-game volume up, like louder. Like it's not only epic, but it's like important for stuff. All right, whenever you're ready.
Praise the sun.
You have two options now. You can either offer your soul to the first flame and allow your character to go hollow and allow all of the strength that you've accumulated over your journey to fuel the fire so that this land doesn't burn into darkness and fade, or you can accurse the land and turn your back on it and simply leave the room and let the fire diminish and fade out.
Well, I feel like the entire point of the journey was to give your soul, all right?
It is, but it's one of those things where, like, if you don't know that it's an option, it almost passes you by, but it's meant to be one of those things where it's like, our game may have polarized you. You may have hated your time with our game. There might have been a lot of moments that frustrated you. So as a result, if you get the option, you may want to say, fuck this world, and let it fall into darkness.
I am lighting the flame. I'm
Hell
on
yeah,
fire.
dude. Congratulations. You beat Dark Souls. Hashtag you got good. I'm gonna intentionally not take this character through that, so if I ever have to come back to PS4 for anybody, I'll have this character ready. All my other characters, I ended up doing like a finish at the end just because I felt like getting the trophies and doing other things, but I'm not doing it this time. This character's just gonna stay at the end with everything unlocked.
What kind of name? Gurzy Wagzewski? That was like a
What?
GRZWY. That was a wild name.
Alright, I'm gonna get on Dark Souls 2 and just start to make my character.
Isamu Okano. Imagine a day in that guy's head.
I don't wanna. I'm so hype. Way to go, dude. You beat Dark Souls. How's it feel?
Short.
Yeah, it's because you had me there to help you. Dark Souls 2 will not feel short, even with me to help you. There's also some stipulations to Dark Souls 2 we're going to have to go over. It might sound like stupid to say, but like there are some things I need to explain because there are a lot of drastic changes between like 1 and 2. And some of them are going to restrict how we are able to play. Like, to be completely honest, you're not really going to be able to play by yourself.
Yes, indeed.
Like, you can, but we have to be playing at the same time on PlayStation, like, working together. In this one, you remember how we were able to put a password on and always be able to see each other's, like, summon signs in the last one? In this one, they have something similar, right? But even in the Scholar of the First Sin edition, the one that we have, when you break it down, this one got updated, but not that far forward. The last time this game got updated was 2015. That's a long time ago. You're going to notice a graphical, like, lag behind, even across from, like, Dark Souls Remastered, because Remastered came out in, like, 18, I believe. So technically, aspects of Remastered will actually look better than 2. And that might irritate you or turn you off. I hope that it's something that you can, like, go and get past, but the thing that they fucked up and they didn't fix, in my opinion, the greatest flaw of this game is the soul memory system. So, as we level up, the same way that I described invaders in Dark Souls 1 being able to invade players 15 above, 15 below them, in Dark Souls 2, when you co-op with players, to keep them from, like, to keep you from getting a player that's, like, way too powerful or OP into your world that can just one-shot and defeat everything, there are, like, co-op summon, like, limits the same way in the first one had the invasion limits. And so, like, if you're so many levels above another player, you cannot see each other's summon signs no matter what you do. Like, that's just what happens. So as a result, like, if we play ahead of each other or do anything like that, there are some, like, things we can do that will let us get away with it, but it hurts us in the long run because of how it works. It's just not worth going through. So the gist of what I'm trying to say is, like, we're going to have to play at the same time. Like, and co-oping is going to be especially beneficial for that because it'll help us both boost our levels up. Like, and there's no cheat in this game. There's no hack. I can't do anything to bump my level up way higher than you or anything like that before. So, like, this is going to be very different. Like, we're going to be going around doing a lot of the game because we need as much XP as possible. We're going to be doing it doubly because we need to do it in each person's world. And then we need to be very careful about, like, when a person plays and what they're doing. And we need to be very communicative about it because we can't let one person fall out of the summon range. There is an item in the game we'll be able to get called the Name Engraved Ring, where you put it on, you pick a god out of 12 gods, and if another player has chosen that god, you can see their summon sign. You're more likely to... No, I'm sorry. I'm stumbling over my words. My stupid ass. If you're both on the same god, it increases your summon range by a couple of levels. So, like, if we need to be within 10 levels, but one of us accidentally goes over level, we can put on the ring and just match gods, and we'll still be able to summon. But that still has a limit. It only increases your, like, reach by, like, 5 levels in each direction. So it's not like a foolproof, like, go do whatever you want. We'll still have to be careful about it. That is the only flaw, I think, that, in my opinion, this game really, like, hurts from, is... If you're doing co-op playthroughs with a friend or a pal, you're gonna have to hold off and hang out with them. I'm not watching the intro to this. I love Dark Souls 2 so much. I'm so excited. 2 things you're gonna hear that you're immediately gonna be like, yo, that's fucking awesome. Is 1, every single bonfire can be fast traveled to and from. Every single one. No conversations or anything to be had about that. And 2, there's an item that we're going to get really early on in this game. Really early on in this game. Okay? And it's infinitely purchasable from a merchant at our home base, and it's a healing item. So, like, we can buy as many as we want, as often as we want, and we can use those in place of our, Estus flasks, so that we can, preserve them for scenarios like boss fights and shit. There's a lot of healing items in Dark Souls 2. It's really nice. You still watching that cutscene or the end credits?
No, I've just been running around in the New Game Plus, mindlessly.
Yeah.
Was there anything else about this one you wanted to say, story-wise, or anything?
Yeah, I'll just do this now to cover it. So. Oh, let me look up a picture. You're gonna forget these details. I know you are. And that's okay. I'm gonna remind you of them as we go on. As long as you've seen them, though, I know that they'll click in your brain and you'll be like, oh, yes, I do remember. Or you'll even be able to reference back into our chats and see the pictures I've sent you, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna say is, Gwyn had 3 children, okay? You met one of them. Her name was Guinevere. It was the woman who was gigantic in Anne Orlando after we killed Ornstein and Smaug, okay? Yeah. The second one that he had was a son, but his son was labeled a traitor to the kingdom, okay? And his son sided with the dragons in the Great War against the Eternal Dragons, alright? We've been over that war a bunch of times, and we've been over how Gwyn gave the souls out to everybody to fight the dragons, but his son chose the dragons over his own people. Like, he thought the dragons differently. He didn't see them as, like, tyrannic overlords. Like, he had a very different, like, sense of view and feelings on them. And so, as a result, he betrayed his family. And Gwyn was so ashamed of this that he had his son's name, image, and likeness, like everything related to his son, completely stricken from the kingdom, to the extent where there are places in Dark Souls 1 we passed by. Check your thingy. we passed by and you didn't really study, but you would have noticed if we went over it, there's statues of Gwyn, his daughter Guinevere, and like an empty statue like planchette where he would have been, but they removed everything having to do with him, right? Like Gwyn's son like committed a cardinal sin as far as he's concerned, and like so he was completely stricken from everything. The only reason like we would even know he exists is because there's obviously these openings and these blank spots in the kingdom, and there's lore mentions towards his son doing something he should have never done, and how it like got him kicked out of the kingdom and banished from everything, you know? And then the last thing is he has a third child that is kind of secret. He only wanted like one son to be his heir, and he had two. So he raised his second son as a woman against his will, like against that character's will. But that like character kind of like took to it because it wasn't their choice. So there's Gwyn, his daughter Guinevere, and then this character who is a hidden boss in the game, and her name, however you want to look at the gender, is Gwendolyn. And the only way to fight them is you have to attack Guinevere, like the big-titted chick in Anor Londo, and she like dies. And then when you walk outside, a bunch of NPCs are trying to attack you, like player-style characters. And you find out, like, the place that we were at wasn't actually sunny and beautiful and full of life. It was actually a dark magic illusion to look pretty. And ever since Gwyn died, the place had fallen into darkness. So, like, it turns to nighttime if you kill her. And then if you take, like, that big spinny elevator twisty thing we kept fucking with in that area downwards, all the way down, and then walk down the stairs too, you find Gwendolyn's room and you can fight her, or him, however you look at it. But that's like the last bit of story stuff that I'd want to express is Gwyn had 3 children. Guinevere you met, the son that you obviously couldn't because he's been banished, and then the son-daughter that he raised, Gwendolyn, that's like hidden underneath Anor Londo you didn't fight.
That's interesting that the whole area is like under an illusion. I didn't know that.
You literally, it's one of those things you can't possibly figure out unless you get aggressive with a friendly NPC. You have to throw like a firebomb or a throwable knife at her up on like her couch, and she'll like scream and despawn, and you'll hear Gwendolyn speaking to you. And it's a very like particular voice where you really won't be able to tell, is that a girl or a guy? Like it's very difficult to kind of like figure out what the fuck the deal is. But you realize like something's not right, and she's just like, or he is just like, you know, how dare you, you wretched scum, like you'll die for this. And when you walk outside, like they're like, instead of those giant tower knight dudes like outside of Ornstein and Smau's doors, there's a bunch of NPCs like lined up one after another because they're all in service of Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn has a covenant you can join, and if you do, like they all become your allies. But if you don't and you betray her, technically, they all attack you. The golden firekeeper that was at the Anor Londo bonfire, every time you went to Anor Londo, did you ever notice her like sitting there leaning against the wall in the gold armor?
Yeah, I've talked to her.
If you betray, yeah, she's a Dark Sun Covenant member. If you betray Dark Sun Gwendolyn by attacking Guinevere and the illusion falls, she's one of the first NPCs out there attacking you. And like, if you kill her, you get a firekeeper soul that lets you upgrade your Estus flask.
That's sad because she was so nice.
She was, and it is, and it's all nice, yes. It's one of those things where, like, there's, like, some aspects of Dark Souls where it's obvious there's morality involved, and then there's other aspects of Dark Souls where it's, like, it's a whatever you want to do, however you feel kind of thing, because, you know, there's a back and forth side of each. I love Dark Souls 2. I'm so excited for this. Try to recall your name. What am I naming this character? My
I'll
last one was a silly
probably
one.
get that game downloaded in the morning when I get off
Hell
work
yeah,
in the
bro.
morning.
What
I
will
learned
I
my
name?
lesson. I'm killing this guy in this game. Goodbye.
The guy at Firelink.
Yeah. That very first boss, I literally like jump off to the edge and like did the stab down on him, and it killed him one hit.
Yeah, it's because you're upgraded and all strong now. You don't have a shitty ass little starting weapon. Alright, I know what I'm naming him.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. So I'm about to go to bed.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, thanks for the help. That was
Thanks for
fun.
playing Dark Souls 1 with me. I'm so happy about it.
Now, next we'll be doing your favorite. And I'm pretty excited just because you're going to be like super happy the whole time and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and you're gonna get really interesting stories about like different aspects of characters too. Like I'll be giving you a lot of it, but like there's gonna be connections now. Like all right, and this character's connected to that character from 1. Do you remember that? I'm just so pumped. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm very curious about this game because not only like the fact that it's a different team, but the fact that it's like rated T, which is very interesting in Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's
And
weird.
then
Like
to see why everybody has such strong opinions each way about the game, and it'll be interesting. I'm excited to finally experience what everybody talks about, whether they love it or hate it. But, all right, buddy. Thanks for
yep.
playing again, and I'm gonna go to bed. So I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, dude. Get some rest. I'll catch you later.